Hope everybody's having a good evening tonight. As I said, we will go ahead and get started with our Thursday night TMF Live is what I'm calling it, right? TMF Live Thursday nights, okay? And what I'm going to do is take, like I mentioned before, 3 topics. I'm going to break those 3 topics down and then have a question and answer if anybody's interested. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and refresh here. Get a little drink. Allow a few people to come in here. How you doing, Michael? Good to see you, man. Can you hear it pretty clearly? I'm hoping. Let me know if you can. I'm going to go ahead and edit this. Let's see, edit the post. Give me a quick second to edit this so everybody knows what we're talking about. Quick edit. Here we go, and I can edit the post. And we're going to be talking about, first of all, diverse services. Diverse services. And then second, we're going to be talking about the new swivel wand and what makes it different. So I'm going to put that on there. TMF swivel wand. And then we're going to talk about disgruntled members. Make sure I spelled that right. Disgruntled members. It's going to happen, right? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and enter that. Press save. There we go. Okay, so that should be up and going and good. Now if I exit out of this, let's see what happens. Got Michael. How's it going? Appreciate you guys coming in here. Like I said, we're going to be talking about 3 different subjects. We're going to break them down, and then we're going to have a question and answer. I'm going to do this every Thursday night. I've got my studio set up here now at my place, so I can go live at any time. So that's pretty cool. And all I got to do is press a button, and I'm live. Took a little while to get it set up, but we're happy we got it done. Drinking some down south sweet iced tea. My wife made for me. And what we're going to do, I'm going to see if I can exit out of this so I can see all the comments first. So give me a quick second here. Open up over here. And then I should have it done. Let's see if it opens up this way properly. Yep, there it is. Cool. Awesome. And I'm getting everybody's comments now. What's up, Dave? How you doing? Sherry, appreciate you guys. Tommy. Everybody can hear it loud and clear. Cool. Glad to hear that. But remember, the comments come fast. So they come fast sometimes. I can't always address them. But I can always go back and address them later. But I'll get them as fast as I possibly can. All right, let's talk about number 1. The first subject of the hot topic of the week was definitely diverse services. I did a poll. And in that poll, I wanted to see what kind of services carpet cleaners were offering. Now, I expected a lot for carpet cleaning, upholstery cleaning, tile and grout cleaning, even commercial cleaning, even rug cleaning. But it's kind of funny that there was some people who are doing 10, 15, 20, and 25 services. Really? That's a lot of services. And there were some crazy ones on there, some I would never expect. And I'm going to take a look at it here. And you can see that, refresh this. I'm going to get the exact numbers on it for you. There was like 300 people who polled in and said they did carpet cleaning. Okay, that's cool. That's about right, right? And then there was another 300 people who were doing furniture cleaning. That's cool. And then there was almost 300 who polled in and said they were doing tile and grout cleaning. That's cool too. And then commercial cleaning was probably pretty close also. Then it started to dip when it hit the rug cleaning. Rug cleaning was about half of the poll. This is probably about right. So it just goes to show that most carpet cleaners out there are offering carpet cleaning, upholstery cleaning, tile and grout cleaning, commercial cleaning, and half of them, if the poll is correct, and it probably pretty much so is, are offering rug cleaning. So that shows there's a big opportunity for people to get into it. And remember, we have a rug cleaning class on tmfacademy.com, how to get started on a budget, and it really is a great class. It'll make you a lot of money, make your money back in no time. And then I noticed the numbers. Let's look at it here. They dropped again a little bit on water damage, and then auto cleaning was next, and then surprisingly, concrete cleaning was next. Thought that was interesting. And then hardwood floor cleaning, that dropped about another 20%. And And then we got down to office cleaning, mattress cleaning, carpet repairs. I was surprised how many guys do carpet repairs, which really is a good add-on. So a lot of these things are good add-ons, but you got to be careful. You don't want to become, jack of all trades and master of none. So never move into a diverse service until you have mastered that service first. I'm a big believer in that. So master your service and then move into anything you want to. LVT is growing big. Ain't that the truth, Brandon? It really is. Can you dance? No, Patrick, trying to quit. Emo members, look, well, it's 2018, year of the overly sensitive. What's up, Elma? I don't know who said that, Trey. I must have missed that because somebody's passed so fast and I was looking at the emo members. Maybe you were just making a comment about disgruntled members. Should have probably called them emo members. Yeah. Either one, it's about the same thing. Okay, so I'm going to come back to that in a second. I'm going to look back over here and look at this diverse services. And then I was surprised how many people offer odor fogging, mold cleanup was up there. Dryer vents was, so probably about 25% of the cleaners are offering dryer vent cleaning. Window cleaning. Okay, I got you on that one right there. And then stone polishing, probably 20% of cleaners are offering that. So we're seeing these are good, profitable, diverse services. And remember, we have classes on them at our local school, and also you can learn about it on the group, and we have it at tmfacademy.com. All right, then we got fire damage, VCT. A lot of guys are doing VCT. Biohazard. I'm not real crazy about biohazard myself. Drapery cleaning. I was surprised when they did drapery cleaning. About 10-15% of all the cleaners out there are doing that. What's up, Chris? How's it going, bud? Now, here's some of the surprising ones that really got me. Carpet cleaners are painting? Are you telling me you're going inside of a house and you're painting the house? Hey, more power to you if that's what you enjoy, but I just can't see a carpet cleaner painting. But if you want to, and you've got all your diverse services down pat, hey, knock yourself out, right? And then snow plowing. There's a lot of guys doing snow plowing. I'm guessing those are the northern guys. Yeah, it makes sense, right? But I was kind of surprised how many did that. And then there's some floor guys who like to install floors, some tub refinishers. There's some tub refinishers here, are friends of mine, and they do really good work, and they do a lot of work for property management companies. Been getting more into the auto detailing service. People like someone coming to them instead of dropping their car off and charge a premium for that. Isn't that the truth, Robert? I mean, people are so busy these days. Who has time? I need people to come to my shop and do my trucks. I don't have time to do it. Or what I've basically done now is give my guys permission to take the trucks over to the car washes and run them through them. I know that's not the best thing to do, but it's very effective and it keeps them up. Nicholas, advice on marketing diverse services. I think it wouldn't hurt. Oh, okay. Sorry about that, Chris. I just noticed you said that right there. A lot of my clients are pulling carpet up and replacing with LVT. Hey, LVT is going to need some servicing too. It needs to be clean. You can use a 175, a red pad, neutral cleaner, and there's even some finishes for it that came out. So keep your eyes on the horizon for that. I'm going to work on an LVT class for TMF Academy because it is taking over a large portion of the market. A lot of the carpet mills have closed down 25-50% of their production of carpets, and they've switched it over to LVT planks or LVP and stuff like that. So that says something right there, Let's see. I do snow plowing. They trust me in their home. They take care of their carpets, not take care of their driveways. Hey, nothing wrong with that, Robert. Absolutely nothing wrong. I agree. If you can do 1 or 2 services great and the customer trusts you, you can add these diverse services. My point is, make sure you know how to do the services 100%, or at least close to that. Last thing you want to do is, like for instance, pest control. Pest control is on that diverse services, and I offer that. But I'm licensed with the EPA and the State of Agriculture, and I do it correctly. It's against the law to do it any other way. And last thing you want to do is go in and do bumble up a pest job or a diverse service job, and it reflects on everything you do. So if you can't polish stone and you can't clean leather, then don't do it. Get certified, get trained, go to TMF Academy, go to a local class, get your training in, practice at your own home or your friends' homes, get it down pat, then add the service. That way you're doing it justice and the customer trusts you. Christopher King. Dryer vent cleaning is easy money. Amen to that. And Nicholas says, marketing diverse services. Sorry, really interested. You know, if a lot of guys, what they'll do is they will have a brochure made up. And because clients have already trusted them in their home, they built up years, go ahead and give that brochure to the client. Let them know that you have diverse services. They can't read your mind. So you want to let them know that you have diverse services. And the best way to do it is either buy a flyer or a trifold brochure is probably ideal. Let them know. They don't know. You walk inside the house, I let people know, hey, we do tile and grout cleaning. Hey, we do upholstery cleaning. We do wood floor cleaning. And only if they need it. If I notice there's a need for it, I'll offer it. So keep your eyes open. Number one thing you do is ask. Number two is you can use a brochure. Number three is you can do some Google and Facebook advertising. Those are the three best ways to go ahead and get those diverse services marketed out there. Offer entry tile cleaning over 3 rooms. And nothing wrong with that. Exactly. Chris. I know it's Chris now. A couple other things. Some guys do some graffiti removal. I thought that was interesting. Pool draining? Really? I guess you can stick your truck mount hose in there, pump it out. I don't know about that. Seems like quite a job right there. Junk removal? Really? Tacos? Okay, all right. I mean, there's all kinds of crazy things in here. Crap posting. Probably the one that stood out to me the most and kind of surprised me the most was probably massage. Really? I just could never imagine my service provider who cuts my grass or who did my carpet cleaning giving me a massage or giving my clients a massage, especially in this day and age. I don't think it's a good idea. I think it's a very bad idea, actually. So hopefully somebody was just kidding on that, you know, because that's pretty serious right there, especially in this generation that we're living in now. And people can just make any kind of claim they want to. So I definitely stay away from that unless somebody was kidding or they've got their own services on the side. Hey, good for you, but I highly don't recommend that. So that one surprised me the most. See, Robert said, agree. Hate when people think carpet cleaners can take care of their flea problem, etc. Not a pest doctor. Nope, not doing it. No, it's not certified in that way. But we are certified. So if you are certified, hey, go ahead and offer the service. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. And if you can get the proper products. A lot of people don't realize that if you treat a home for pest control, you are subject to a $10,000 fine and 10 years in prison. However, you can treat your own home. Keep that in mind. I know, right? That really is creepy, Robert. I agree with you, man. That is super creepy. Cause I could never imagine, you know, our pool guy or our lawn guy or your carpet cleaner or whatever, pressure wash guy come inside the house and give somebody a massage. Eee. Yeah, that's just real creepy. I agree with you. Okay, so that's diverse services in a nutshell. Remember, we have diverse services all throughout the tmfacademy.com. You can go there and learn all the services, add them to it. Just make sure you know what you're doing and you have the proper qualifications and stuff like that. And we can help you with that. All right, let's move on to point number 2. Point number 2, we're talking about the new swivel wand that I made. And everybody, or at least a lot of you guys might have saw the swivel wand and all the benefits and features. And I did it in fast forward, kind of speed it up because in this day and age, everybody's in a hurry. And I just wanted to try something different with edits and cuts, and got some help from a couple of the guys in my shop who do the editing. I'll give credit to like Jason and Brian. They did a great job, especially Jason. He's the one who kind of took this on. That way, in 1 minute, we wanted to be able to show you every feature of this new wand within 1 minute. And there's a lot of cool features on it, you know. Let me see if I can rewind it here, and I'll go right through it. You know, you got the soft touch trigger valve. You got the temperature gauge. I love having a temperature gauge because with a temperature gauge, you can tell exactly what your truck mount's doing. You can troubleshoot it on the fly. So I think that's really cool to be able to do that. I like the fact you can lock the head in and unlock the head. The TMF titanium wand, swivel wand, has more features than any wand out there. And it's about the price of a ProChem wand, TI wand, that doesn't swivel, doesn't have a glide, doesn't have a soft touch trigger, doesn't have adjustable manifolds. So there's a lot of advantages to this wand right here, and it's already pimped out or modded out to the max. So keep that in mind. It's really a great wand for the price when you really consider it. It's a lifetime wand. We stand behind it 100%. And people want to know, well, what makes it different from some of the other people who make it? There's several things. One is consistency. We're extremely consistent with the quality of it. We do 4 things to it that nobody else does to the wands. And it makes the swivels last longer and stuff like that. Let's see, I also do mobile home outdoor carpet cleaning. Hey, nothing wrong with that, Chris. Easy money. I heard that, brother. Yeah, I mean, a truck mount or even a portable, especially a truck mount, is extremely versatile. So you use it as much as you possibly can. Okay, back to the wand. You notice they come in all different types of colors, which is kind of cool. So you've got, what do we have? Orange, purple, pink, green, black, red, blue. I'm sure I'm probably missing some other colors, don't get me wrong, but there's just so many cool features to this right here. And it has more vacuum than the competitors that are out there. It has more features on it where it locks the head, unlocks the head. We've upgraded the swivel and we found a way to make the swivels last longer than anybody in the market. We've sold a couple hundred of these. We've had them out for 2 or 3 years, and they've been trouble-free. So think about that for a while. Plus, they are rebuildable. Where other models that are out there, you have to send them back to the manufacturer. They got to take a Sawzall, cut that sucker all the way off and get started over again. Thanks, but no thanks. We wanted ours to be fully rebuildable. So that's what it is. It's 100% rebuildable. So that's some of the differences. You can always call me or call the 800 number. We'll be glad to walk you through some more of the differences. Okay, so we covered diverse services. We have covered the wand. Anybody have any questions about the wand? If you do, post them up in here. If you're not here live right now, I'll be glad to answer them tomorrow. No problem at all. John said thumbs up. What's up, John? How you doing, bud? It's an interesting way you spell your name. It's pretty cool. J-H-O-N. All right. All right. Does somebody think of anything else about the wand? Somebody was asking me, well, what else makes it different? We changed the seals in it. We put our upgraded seals inside of it. We do something to the swivel so it doesn't ever come loose. I'm trying not to give away the secrets that we have come up with. Plus, we hand assemble every single one of them. When they come in, we go through every single one of them. A lot of manufacturers, when they're in a hurry, they'll send these wands out. They're incomplete. They might have a lower part on it. Is that some twisted tea? Nope, 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 nope. Nope, this is just regular sweet iced tea. I only drink on the weekends if I drink at all. I'm more of a social drinker. I'll have some wine, mixed drinks on the weekend, or maybe on the golf course, Jesse, for the most part. Okay, so what was I saying more about that? Yeah, I don't want to give too many things away about the swivel wand, but it's a great investment. It's a wand that's going to last you 10 or 20 years. The swivel's replaceable, so it's the only really moving part on there. But if you keep it greased, you keep it serviced, it will last you. The problem is a lot of guys just don't maintain their equipment. And then they come back and they're all upset. Maintain your stuff. You know, grease it. Oil it. And we found you oil it in the beginning and then you add grease and thicker and until it wears out. Then when it wears out, you just go in and replace the bearings or you replace the swivel. You can buy the whole swivel and put it right onto the wand. And we even show you how to do it. Or you can send it to us and we'll replace it for you. But generally, there's no reason you can't get 5, 10, 15 years out of a swivel, depending on how you take care of it, like anything else. Yeah, what's up, Keith? How you doing, brother? Yeah, we're wearing pink, man, for the month for breast cancer awareness. So we got all our technicians wearing the pink. Magenta, I like to call it magenta. Yeah, but you can call it pink, call it whatever you want, you know. How do you add grease to it? Peter, we have a... Brian has done a video on how to do it, but I'll tag Brian. Let me go ahead and tag Brian right now. And I'm going to reply right under your comment there. Wow. Looks like it's not going to let me reply under that comment. Let me try that again. Let's see if I try to reply. Good question, Peter. Because I don't do it, Brian does it. So give me a second and I will figure that out here. Let's see. Give me a second, pull it back up here. I'm going to tag Brian to this. Here we go. Brian Neal. Tag me too. I don't know who said that. Keith. What's up, Keith? All right. Let's see if I can tag you on the fly. Keith Galen. Gaylon. Now, you know what? Some of these I can't tag on the fly. No idea why. But afterwards, when I'm done, I think it's because I am live at the moment, so it doesn't let me tag people. Don't quote me on that, but that's what it's looking like because it's not coming up as a tag. What can I say? So what I will do is go back after this video is done, and I'll go back and re-tag everybody. Like I said, Peter, just watch out. I think he's already done a video on how to oil it and grease it and maintain the swivel. Don't quote me, but if he hasn't, I'll definitely get one, put it up on the group, or I'll throw it in somewhere on YouTube or something so everybody can have a nice, easy link to it. Okay, so now we've covered, I tried for the first half an hour, I tried to get all three of the hottest topics of the week out of the way. In about 10 minutes each. We covered the diverse services, we covered the new wand, and they're fully powder coated, 100% guaranteed by us. Remember that, that's important, and everybody's been very happy with them. The last subject we're going to talk about, hey Rob, it's late to the party. That's all right, Zachary, no problem, brother. This is going to be recorded. I'm going to leave it up in the group, and I'll probably even put it up on YouTube. What's up, Mike? How you doing? Yeah, I want to listen to my 5-year-old, 2-year-old out of control. No problem, man. I'll have this up, and you can watch this, Richie, later. No problem. For the guys who just came in here, we're spending 10 minutes a piece on the 3 hottest topics of the week. We talked about diverse services. You can watch this video later. Number 2, we talked about the benefits and what makes this new wand so special. And number 3, we're going to talk about, I'm going to go ahead and pull it up here. We're going to talk about disgruntled members or emotional members. You know, I mean, people get disgruntled over the smallest things. You'd be surprised. I get messages every single day, whether they're from on YouTube, whether they're from the forum, or private messages, whether they're messages on Facebook, whether it's text messages, phone calls, emails, you name it, saying that we made a huge difference in their business and their personal life, and we've really helped them out a lot to improve their business. And we appreciate that. However, once a week or so, I'll get some of the worst stuff you've ever seen. Remember, this is a free information board, and nobody makes you stay here. If you want to leave, that's fine. Or if you're disgruntled, whatever you do, don't go over to another group or forum and start posting bad things about us and taking screenshots and stuff like that. It's childish. I've never taken a screenshot of anything and gone somewhere. You're never going to go on the internet and find me talking bad about other people. But you'll find it talk about me or the forum or our services. If you don't like it, just leave or kind of keep it to yourself. But don't expect if you go somewhere else and start complaining and whining, and don't be mad and come back and say, why'd you ban me? If you got something to say to us, message us, call us. Maybe we can work it out. You know, we're not perfect by no stretch of the imagination. But remember, this is a free information board. And we had this guy come up here earlier this week. I'm not going to mention his name. If you want to go back and look at it, feel free to. And he came on and said, well, I used to really like TMF, but, you know, now the prices have shot up, and he mentioned some other competitors pre-spray. Come to find out, he was actually cheating the system. He never bought anything. He was just cheating the system and getting free samples over and over again. And Trey was able to figure that out, posted that up. And unbelievable. Unbelievable that people would take, and after they have rolled you under the bus, and then kick you while you're down. Really? I mean, come on now. If you're really upset about that, where you're getting these free samples for all this time, you cheated the system, and now you're going to come in and complain? Really? So if you have a problem, just give me a call. Message me on Facebook. Call us. Things aren't going to get out of hand sometimes. Sometimes people just don't get along on the internet. Big surprise, right? Big surprise. But generally in person, if you meet somebody, you have a whole different perspective. Don't let the wand hit you on the head on the way out, right? Can I keep getting free samples for months? True that, right? Thanks, Chris. I appreciate that, man. That's too funny right there. Don't let the swivel wand hit you on the A on the way out, right? That's what I'm talking about. Stop sneaking them out of the shop. I know, right? Jeez, man. How's that old expression go? No good deed goes unpunished. How true is that, right? Sad, 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 sad. So anyway, people think we banned the guy. We didn't ban him. He left on his own because all the members came in and took up for us. And we appreciate that support. We really do. You know, we work hard. There's a lot of time and information that goes behind the scenes for Truck Mount Forums. creating these YouTube videos. We had over 300 videos on YouTube with a couple million views. That's all free. That's all stuff we put together and gave away for free over a decade. We've got TruckMountForums.com, which has almost 2 million posts on it. The largest resource in the industry. All free. It costs you nothing. We've got this Facebook page, or group, should I say. It's all free. Now, we appreciate and we hope there's a law of reciprocation that people will use our products from tmfshop.net. Shameless plug right there. But we appreciate that. You know, we put a lot of work into this in the last couple of years. We've tried to bring good products to the market. And hopefully everybody feels that way. You can tell by our reviews. Nobody has more 5-star reviews than we do in the whole industry when it comes to our products and our service. And so we built that. We worked hard to build that in the industry. And we back up everything. So people can go say anything they want to about us, but what they can't say is we don't make good products and that we don't have great service, because we have both. And that's how I built my local company. And that's how we should all build our companies. What's up, Ryan? How you doing? It's all about, you know, treating people honest and fair so they'll tell their friends and neighbors and relatives and come back to you on a consistent basis. Nobody has more 5-star reviews than we do in the Hampton Roads area. And that's not a knock on other people. We happen to have a few more trucks than some of the local owner-operators. And there's some good guys in the area like Christopher King, Brian Adams, my brother Keith, stuff like that. They're great people. But we have more trucks on the road, so we're probably going to end up with more 5-star reviews. Yeah, that's it right there. So the 3 points. Well, I'm almost done here. Like I said, I'm going to spend the 30 minutes, 10 minutes on these things. First, it was diverse services. Then it was the swivel wand. And then it was disgruntled members. So feel free to comment anywhere you like on there. I'll be glad to help you in any form or fashion on any of those 3 topics right there. But those are the hottest topics of the week right there in a nutshell. And I did it within 30 minutes. How'd you guys like the video and fast forward for that? Keeping it a minute or less and bringing everything out on there. I thought that was pretty cool. They did a good job of that. A little chipmunk sounding, but still I thought it was pretty cool. Okay, where were we? All right, so almost at the 30-minute mark. We got 2 more minutes. We talked about diverse services. I'm just going to go back over and recap all 3 of them real quick. When it comes to diverse services, there's nothing wrong with adding diverse services, but don't get too far out of the spectrum. Some people are offering massage and pool work. I mean, that just seems, some of that stuff seems to add to the spectrum, but that's up to you. Okay, just whatever service that you offer, make sure you learn it well. You know how to deliver it properly and, you know, professionally. Because if you can't do that, they might not have you back for the other services. They might just feel awkward because you might come inside the house. Well, hey, how come you're not having me do your pressure washing anymore? Well, basically because you suck, you know. But you're good at carpet cleaning. But they don't want to be put in that awkward spot. So make sure you learn your diverse service well, and then start offering it to clients. Let them know any diverse services you have. You go out and get a carpet repair class from us from tmfacademy.com, or encapsulation cleaning, or tile and grout cleaning, or stone polishing. Please offer those things to people. Put it in your advertising, put it on your website, put it in a brochure would be ideal to hand out to customers. Maybe a trifold brochure. My tech even watches it too. Awesome. That's cool, man. Appreciate that, Chris. Let's see. And then the second thing we talked about was the swivel wand. And people say, well, it seems pricey. But is it really? If you can take a swivel wand and you get under furniture, and especially beds, you're offering a better service than your competitors. You are not having to move as much furniture. You're saving time. And time is money. So really, it's not going to hurt you at all. Go ahead and get yourself a good swivel wand. Remember, it's about the same price. It is the same price, I think, as a ProChem titanium wand. The ProChem titanium wand doesn't come with a soft touch valve, doesn't come with a large slotted glide, an adjustable manifold, ergonomic handle. There's so many cool features on this thing. A lockable swivel too, if you want to. And, you know, a temperature thing on there so you can tell what your temperature is of your truck mount, a thermometer. So all those factors, you get about $700 of upgrades compared to the ProChem and the swivels. So to me, I think it's a no-brainer. I think it's a great thing. Peter says, I have two. They're totally worth it. Amen to that. Isn't that the truth, pal? Amen. Zachary says, once you get onto the bigger scale, little things happen a lot, like your guys' customer service and guarantee is A+ compared to most. Yep. Some people can't see a larger perspective. Isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth, Zachary? What happens is, when you're inside the picture, you can't see the picture. But when you're outside of the picture, you can see the picture. So sometimes you have to step outside of it to get a better perspective of everything. And most guys can't, or let's just say most cleaners won't. It's surprising how many carpet cleaners do this just for bare money. Really surprising. Kind of scary at the same time. Jamie wants to know, is it titanium? The whole tube is titanium, but the head is cast aluminum. And people might ask, well, why is the head aluminum instead of titanium? There's a good reason for that. Titanium heads have a tendency to concave or come together with the vacuum. When the vacuum hits it, it'll just kind of pull together like a waste tank or something like that. And so we like a cast head, so you don't have to put a pin in there, and that pin catches all the material and stuff and clogs up your wand. So that does away with that. Plus, you get a completely true meeting at the carpet interface when you have a cast head. And aluminum is so easy to cast, so you really get that perfect trueness across the bottom, so you really get that good meeting with the carpet interface and really increase your vacuum. Plus, you're able to hollow it out. We hollowed the head out so you can almost double the vacuum. That's why this thing dries faster than any other wand on the market. We guarantee that. It'll surprise you how fast it dries. So I hope that answers your question. It's the whole tube. So I'd say probably 75% of it is titanium, but the head itself is cast aluminum, or milled aluminum, should I say. Cast and milled. All right, let's see. Zachary, when will we be getting another shipment in color blue? Good question, Zach. Good question. I just can't believe how fast blue sold out. Blue sold out in 24 hours. Less than 24 hours. 12 hours, I think. Yeah, something like that. But if you want one, let me know. I can specially order another tube or something like that, take it off one of the models I have, and rework it for you. I don't mind doing that for you to help you out. Let me know. Let's see. I was talking about the complaint subject. I was a little slow while listening. My bad. Okay. Oh, I got you. Once you get to a scale, little things happen. Your little customer service guarantee plus most. Some people can't see a larger perspective. Yeah, that's so true. I see what you're saying now about the complaint. Yep. The weight comparison. I don't know, Jamie. I'll have to go back and check the weights on it, but I think it's just right. It's a little heavier because you got a glide on the head. Don't forget that. But I still find it very easy to use. Every one of my technicians can use any wand in the whole shop. Every one of them have switched to this. On my own personal truck, I've switched to the TMF modified also. So that tells you something. And Jamie, if you come down, brother, try it out, man. You will love it. I saw the color selection, very diverse. Yeah, it had a very diverse color selection. Mark Holly, it's not going to be a super light wand with a swivel, but you get used to pushing the tool. True that. And plus it's got good vacuum too, Mark. I agree with you on that. And the glide's a little heavy because we use a full-size glide. You can use a lip glide, and we tried that. And I tell you what's hard to push. That sucker's got some serious vacuum. You can put a lip glide on a ProChem titanium, and it really works good. Put it on this head, whew, you can barely push it, man. But I tell you what, it'll give you a forearm steel, right? That'll do. Remember, we were back in the day, we didn't even have glides. You carpet cleaners are spoiled these days, man. From 85, I started in 85 to 95, probably around 95 or so, I'm guessing. 2000. I guess it was probably 2000 before glides even came out, right? I should check on that. See exactly when glides come out. Camouflage. Camouflage, really? That'd be a crazy color. I never thought about that, Jamie. Wow, that's pretty cool. Maybe I'll do that. Camouflage the whole wand. I tell you what, guys, I really like the chrome head. I've had the painted heads in, and I've done them both ways, painted them and non-painted. There's just something about the chrome that sets off the whole unit. It's just bad to the bone. Do not go with anything but chrome. Don't get the painted head, because the painted head for some reason dulls out, hits a lot of your chemicals, gets dirty. The tube never hardly gets dirty, but the head itself does. It gets scratched. You know, this one has a plastic plate on it, and you can put your sticker under it, so that's pretty cool. What about going 16 inch? I think, Steve, that's overkill. I think 14 inch is really the sweet spot. Let's remember a Pro Chem is only 13.5 inches. Okay, so I find 14 is the sweet spot. I guess if you were doing commercial work, maybe a 16 inch is not a bad idea, but I don't know. I think 16 is way overkill, and you'd have a hard time pushing that sucker. Jamie, think out of the box. Yeah, true that, man. You do, Jamie. You always think out of the box. Credit where credit is due. Us rednecks would love it. Oh, Chris, that's funny right there. Ain't that the truth, man? Wow. Hey, maybe we'll do a red, white, and blue one. You know? You know what? I don't mind doing some crazy ideas, but I need the ideas. So you guys bring it up. So camouflage sounds cool. PMF's is 15 inches. Yes, it is. And I think it's too wide. I really do. I think it's too wide. I really think 14 inches is the sweet spot. And I've used a Pro Chem quad, and that's supposed to be 12 inches, but really, what is it? We all know it's 11 and a quarter, 11 and a half, something like that. We get shortened on that, don't we? That always bugged me. You don't call one 12 inch if it ain't 12 inch, okay? I don't know if they do that anymore anyway. But the most popular wand of all time, does anybody know what the most popular wand is of all time? And it is 12 inches. And probably 80% of carpet cleaners in the industry right now use it. Okay, maybe not on online, but across the whole market, what wand is the most used carpet cleaning wand? Anybody know? There's a question. Does anybody know what the most used carpet cleaning wand is in the industry? I'm waiting. Let's see. I want one of those wands. If only we clean carpets. I heard that, Beeline. Who said that? Christopher King, AW29. Yep. Amen to that, right? James says 14 for residential, 16 the commercial. Yeah, that's true. I could go with that. But Christopher King is right. Ding, 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 ding. The AW29 is the most used wand in the industry. It's usually a 2-jet double bend wand, right? Bends at the handle, bends on the bottom. So I believe it's a double bend, or they call it an S bend wand, right? Because it's shaped like an S. That's what people call it. But it's really called the AW29. I forgot how it got that name, but it was one of the first true wands out there, and I believe there's 12 versions of it. 12 versions or 13 versions of the AW29 wand, and they're generally 12 inches. So I thought that was interesting. The one that comes with most portables, yep, 12 inches. And Zachary, almost every portable comes with the AW29 wand. A-bend? Don't you mean S-bend, Chris? Okay, all right, that's better, bud. I'll try how you see how you get an A-bend out of that wand. You know what I mean? You been drinking, Chris? Is the A close to the S? A is close to the S. You're right. The A got you. You pushed it so fast. And you're probably using your... Hey, who's using your phones? Who's looking at this on the phone? Because Hydroforce had that code. Oh, interesting, Jamie. Thank you. Hydroforce. You sure it was Hydroforce that had the code? Okay. I wouldn't doubt it. Those guys came up with all kinds of ideas. The Hanks brothers. Nobody talks about the Hanks brothers anymore, man, but the Hanks brothers accomplished a lot. Chris got the name. I was slow and don't know the exact names. That's all right, Zachary. You had the right wand. I only know it because TruckMountForums has almost made my head explode with so much information and knowledge, and I'm like a walking resource of encyclopedia set when it comes to the carpet cleaning and the tile and grout and commercial cleaning industry. It's just amazing how much information that I've assimilated over the decades from online and learning from other cleaners and having my finger on the pulse of the industry. Oh, Bridgepoint. You sure it was Bridgepoint? Okay. Bridgepoint, Hydroforce, they're all the same people. Yeah, Bridgepoint, unless you were thinking about Hydromaster. We know it's not Hydromaster. Speaking of Hydromaster, Hydromaster was sold. Thought that was interesting. They've got a new CEO. He seems like a pretty cool guy. We'll see how that works out. They make some good truck mounts. You know what? Some people say, well, AW29 was the code. Good. Some people say, well, you know, they had a couple of lemons in their, the Hydromasters did. Well, guess what? Every single manufacturer has had a couple of lemons. That's just normal. What really counts is how did they back it up? And HydroMaster, ProChem, I'm not too familiar with Sapphire, but at least they've got somebody like Rick Aranda who's fast on the gun to help out. Butler, all of them now, man, they're on point. They really are on point. The good names. And why are they on point? I'll tell you why a lot of these truck mount manufacturers are on point. Anybody know? Anybody know how TruckMountForums got its start? Does anybody know how or why TruckMountForums got its start? You tried the smack wand yet? Nah, I haven't. It seems kind of lightweight, almost like a toy, Christopher. But it seems like it's still a decent wand, don't get me wrong. Does anybody know how TruckMountForums got started? We've got about 16, 17 more minutes, and I'm going to shut this down. I'm going to keep it right at 1 hour every week on Thursday nights. But on Saturdays, I'm still going to have TMF after dark. Yeah, we'll all have a drink together and talk late at night, usually on Saturday nights. Green handshakes. Yeah, no, not exactly. Question and answer. No, TMF got to start because we were a small company, my son and I, and we were out there busting every day, sweating bullets, cleaning carpets, building our carpet cleaning company. And a truck mount manufacturer came out, and you probably heard the name, I'll say it now because it's no longer around, it's White Magic. And they were making some great machines, but then they went into some really complicated electronics. And when they did, they had a lot of failures. And we paid $30,000 for this beast that we had, practically, or $25,000 back in the day to get the latest and the greatest. It was nothing but trouble. So I realized I was getting letters from people. We were getting banned everywhere. If we mentioned about it, we were getting blacklisted in the industry. We were getting kicked out of magazines, bulletin boards, everywhere. Nobody wanted to talk to us about it. So what we realized is, and we started getting letters from carpet cleaners around the country who had had problems with their machines, and they couldn't get any help, and many of them went out of business. So we decided to go ahead and start TruckMountForums. And by starting TruckMountForums, we said, you know what, we're going to make it in such a way that we're going to call these people out if they don't stand behind their equipment. If they put out lemons and they don't field test their equipment, we're going to call them to task. And that's what we've done. Yes, we have advertisers. We tell advertisers, listen, if you've got a good product, great. If you don't back your product up, we're going to let members talk about it. We're not going to do like these other resources do, and they'll just take and ban you if you start talking bad about their products. Or let's say, if it's legit, I'll let you talk about it. If it's not legit, I'm not going to let you talk about it. I will shut it down. But if it's legit, you've got a true lemon or a true factory defect, and you're not getting any service, any help, that's what TruckMountForums was established for. That, and to be able to pass on something to my grandson and hopefully raise the industry bar over the years and decades. After I'm long gone, hopefully he can inherit a company and an industry that he feels really good about, my grandson and my son. And that's why I was there. I was there in the beginning. Yes, no doubt about it, Jamie. You were, man. I appreciate that, brother. So we worked hard to build the company, and we saw other carpet cleaners were doing it. So we're going to make sure to have a platform where the small guy could be heard. And that's what TruckMountForums was established to do, and then to raise the industry bar. And so that's what we've done. So now I feel like coming back full circle. These manufacturers have stepped up their game, and they step up and they take care of problems fast, because the last thing they want is somebody to come on the forums, come on the groups and stuff like that, and complain that they're not getting proper customer service, or they found a factory defect, or they have a lemon. So trying to address these quickly, and isn't that what you're supposed to do? All of us have businesses, right? When I get a client that's upset, the first thing I do, whether they're right or wrong, is I contact them immediately. I don't put it off. I mean, I tell every one of my employees, from the technicians to the girls in the office to the shop guy, if you've got a problem, whether it's online, whether it's locally, whatever it is, I want to know immediately as the owner. And I many times will call them and I'll try to rectify the situation. Or I'll go out there personally, or I'll send out my top tech lead or something like that to do it. Because the last thing you want to do is to fester and get bad, or somebody writes you a bad review. And so why would you want a bad review in this day and time when you're trying to build a business? You put all this energy and all this effort into what you do, and then you're going to go out there and let it get messed up. So I don't understand why truck mount manufacturers don't field test for a while. Don't make us the guinea pigs. If you do, we're going to make you pay for it. That simple. Hey Rob, this is Aziz on my vacation and watching you from Pakistan. Awesome, man. Wow, way out in Pakistan. Wow, man, that's cool. You should go live sometime and show us Pakistan. I'd love to see a visual on that, Aziz. No doubt about it. That'd be awesome, man. Even just for a short couple of minutes, just do a little tiny walk around or something. Pakistan, that's pretty cool. You guys got a lot of rugs out there, right? Pakistan rugs? Okay, we got about 10, 11 more minutes, guys. If you have any questions, let me know. Let's see. They still have problems, but they're like cars, complicated and proprietary parts, yes. And then there's some garage truck mounts. Yeah, so true. So true. Chris Oster said, I got a bad review last week on a lady I didn't even do work for because she didn't like my price. I hate that. You know, I've called, as the owner, I'll call them back. And I will let them know, Mrs. Jones, listen, I didn't do any work for you. That is my price. And you gave me a very unfair review, and I expect you to take it down. And if you don't, I'm going to seek counsel. Instead of saying a lawyer or an attorney, I'm going to seek counsel because it's not right. And report that. And to let them know you're going to report it. Many times they'll take it down after they've cooled off. Give them a day or so maybe to cool off. Call them back, Chris. I really would call them back. Cool, Aziz. Love to see it, man. Yeah. I had a lady do that. She wrote me a bad review over something dumb like that. I forgot exactly what it was, but it was something like where either our prices were high or it was just odd. You know, so I called them up. I told them exactly how I felt, what I was going to do, in a nice but yet firm way. But I gave them a little time to cool off first, and they took the bad reviews down. You know, I reasoned with them. But here's my thing. When reason leaves the conversation, it's reason to leave the conversation. Am I right? So I try to be as reasonable as possible to people, and then I'll push them just a little bit to let them know that I'm serious. I will seek counsel if necessary. I will report them. It's not fair for somebody to give you a review for a service that you have not done. And it's affecting my view. And I'll even tell them up in the beginning. Might not even get to that point. I'll probably just say something like, you know, we're a father and son business. We built this by treating people honest and fair, and we want good reviews. And so it's not fair. It really isn't fair. And I'll tell them, it is not fair for you to give us a review based on the price, on the hard work that we do that separates us from our competitors. I will tell them bluntly, but nicely and firmly. And I'll give them a little time to take it down. If they don't take it down, I'll take it to the next step. What's up, man? Best way to save money for long term in our field. Well, it ain't from chemistry. I mean, chemistry is your least expensive way of doing it. I think become more efficient, put money away, take care of your equipment, take care of your trucks. You know, make them as efficient and long-lasting as possible. I think that's really, really important, and that's going to help you definitely save money. Talking to Southwest Steamers here, best way to save money for long-term in our field. Get the maximum life out of your equipment. If you've got employees, you know, teach them how to do upsells. You should learn how to do sales. And I mean, you should learn how to do diverse services. Put that money away for a rainy day. When the economy is good right now, like it is, put money away. Don't go out and buy stupid things. Don't go out and buy a bunch of, hot cars, motorcycles. Waste your money on frivolous things. Invest in solid things. You know, invest in the market. Invest in homes and real estate or land. Invest back in your company. I think those are the best ways. Become more efficient and make some good investments. And I think that'll make the difference for you. Definitely. Barry says, maintenance is the key. Amen to that. Barry, you got a new truck mount, right, man? Congratulations. Congratulations. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate that. Let's see, Velocity. We only do tile and grout cleaning. Should we add carpet cleaning or just advertise tile and grout more? I would do both. I would do both. I would absolutely do both, Velod. Why do I say that? Because more people are going to have their carpets cleaned than tile and grout, at least still for now. There's still more carpets out there than there is tile and grout and stone. And if you can get into a house on carpet cleaning, you can probably sell them on the tile and grout. You get into the house, they're doing tile and grout, you can sell them on the carpet cleaning. I mean, they go hand in hand. I would absolutely offer both of them. And they're both going to give you leads from either one of them. And it's always great to have more than one income stream. If you're going to become wealthy, you're going to have to build other income streams. Whether it's from other things that you do, investments, anything, look for other ones. Okay? I'm a big believer in that. Economy's still good here. Thanks, Trump, laughing out loud. I can't say anything. The economy's doing well. I'm not going to get politically involved because everybody's so sensitive these days. But the economy is doing extremely well. Put your money away because it could change at any time. The economy's fickle, like people, right? Let's see. Tom Grout, carpet cleaners like peanut butter and jelly. Ain't that the truth, Chris? I like that. That's a good one. My trick is do a demo in the center of the kitchen where the worst greases, they call back guaranteed next week. That's kind of bold putting it right in the center of the kitchen, Chris, but it does work. I agree with you there, brother. If they ask for it, hey, give it to them. Yes, sir, and thanks to the maintenance, my old truck mount sold for $20K. Amen to that. Wow, that's strong. You see? Look how much money you saved and how much money you gained by taking care of your stuff. So that's a really good topic. We should really jump into that a little bit more. How to save money long term. Taylor Chapman says he's got 7 streams of income. Great, man. I don't know how many I got. I'm guessing I got 10. I mean, my wife's got a great stock portfolio. We own rental homes. We've got money invested in other things. I don't know the things my wife has. She's just almost an accountant, and she invests in a lot of things. And then we've got, our local company. We've got our online company, distributorship. And then we've got all our diverse services. So can't even tell you how many income streams we have, but we do well. We do well. But it didn't come overnight. We built the foundation, and then we just kept adding to that foundation to get where we are today. And it takes time. Rome wasn't built in a day, but iron sharpens iron, and that's what we're all doing. We're sharpening each other through this here. Let's see. Zach says, on the field testing, it was a super flashy, like the 570 Apex, but it did seem quite impressive on the engineering with the bells and whistles that everyone wants at one. Well, the new 570 Apex is basically a Pro Chem and a Sapphire got together, and next thing you know, they had a baby. I'm guessing something like that, right? Daryl says, slow and steady wins the race. Ain't that the truth, brother? Ain't that the truth? And, my dad always said, look, son, and he raised 9 kids. It's not your income that determines your wealth. It's your outcome. And a lot of people argue with me on that. But I've seen people with little income with more money than people who have a lot of income because they waste their money. So a good balance between the two. If you can bring in good income and you can save your income, you're going to go far in life. No doubt about it. Wasn't lack of, darn autocorrect. You ever looked up autocorrect, man? It's some funny stuff, bud. Damn you, autocorrect. Excuse my French right there, but that's the name of the site.com. Oh my gosh, it's hilarious. Some of those autocorrects, man, they'll get you in some trouble. All right, we got about 5 or 6 more minutes here. Let's see. Chris says, Oster, you guys show the process of your cleaning, or would you rather have the customer on the way? The night and day effect works for me. Show the process of your cleaning, or would you rather have the customer? Chris, you have to elaborate. You kind of lost me on that, brother. You guys show the process of your cleaning, or would you rather have the customer on the way? That the night and the day effect works for me. Oh, I think I know what you mean. Are you talking about, Chris, having a contrast, showing people the night and day difference between the work instead of the process itself? If that's the case, I agree. It's in the beer. It's the beer. What's up, Tony? How you doing? Yeah, I'm sure. I understand that. Join us, everybody, if you would, on usually Saturday nights. I do a TMF After Dark, sometime around 10, 11, 12, 1 o'clock, whatever time it is. We can all have a drink together. This is not a drink. This is sweet iced tea, black tea. My wife makes it. She sets it out in the backyard in the sun. Man, it's some great stuff. She makes it the old-fashioned way. New computer, and finally get to have a beer and watch for once, usually on mobile, and go with the spotty service. Yeah, I heard that, man. Everything should be, I've really upped the ability to stay live better. So I'd like to know, has there been any interruptions in the sound, Any interruptions in the video, let me know. I'd love to know. What's up, Bert? How you doing, bud? What's up, Octavio? How you doing? Glad you guys can make it. We've covered the three things earlier on: diverse services, the Swivel Wand, disgruntled members, and I'm going to record. This is being recorded. I'll keep it in the group and also put it on YouTube if you guys want to watch it later. TMF After Dark, is that like Cinemax from HBO? Wow. Nope. 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 Not quite. I never even thought about that. Maybe we might have to change the name of that, Michael. That's terrible. Just terrible. Greg Logan, been great. Thanks, Greg. Appreciate that. Mike says perfect. Awesome. Awesome. Glad to hear that. Sounds great. And the video, appreciate the work. Thanks, Tony. Appreciate that. What part can you dilute that you feel is a rocking chemical without losing effectiveness? Can you be a little more specific there, Taylor? What part can you dilute that you feel is still a rocking chemical without losing effectiveness? Look, man, I don't think you have to dilute. I mean, you can dilute a lot of things if you're willing to make it up somewhere on the other end. You know, like tact, time, agitation, chemical, and temperature. Tact. If you're willing to make up with something else, you don't really have to dilute. But remember, chemical costs are so cheap and compared to what we make. Look at people who do like hairdressers and stuff like that. They spend 200% more on chemistry than we do. Most industries do. So we have some of the lowest rates. You can do a house for pennies or a couple of dollars. Really? So I wouldn't shortcut yourself on the chemistry. That's one place you don't need to shortcut yourself. Kind of like when you're buying clothes. Don't shortcut yourself on your shoes. You got to stand on one every day. Buy some cheaper pants if you want to, a cheaper shirt, but don't shortcut yourself on the shoes. Unchained. Taylor, I know a lot of guys, including my guys, will put a whole gallon of it in a 4-to-1 Hydroforce and go to town, and they never have any callbacks. They'll go through with a UV light and spray every urine stain, and it looks great. Yeah, Michael makes a good point. Dilution is dependent on severity. You get inside of a home and it's really nasty, you're going to need a little more. I've recently switched my guys over to the adjustable Hydroforces, and they love it. They can dial it up or dial it down. Do it right the first time. Yeah, how much more does it cost you? If you dilute your products to save a couple of pennies, how much more is it going to cost you to go back out and redo the job and lose a time slot? Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense. I use Oderside currently, and it's excellent. It's just dang expensive. True that, Octavio, it is. Well, try our products, man. Try our products. I believe you'll save a lot of money. Chris says his UV lights is money. True that, man. Big time money. Jared, what wand do you recommend for portables? Preferably from TMF. We make a titanium wand which we do not advertise. It's a non-swivel, S-bend, all titanium, lightweight, put a glide on it. It is bad to the bone. It's the baddest one out there. And we can get you swivel, but you really don't need it. And we can also have them powder coated. It's just hard to come by. We keep them in our shop and sell them to people. So, Jared, get in touch with me, message me. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to click like on here, so maybe hopefully I'll remember it. But Jared, message me and I'll send you a picture of it and do a little video if you like to. Chris, buy all day. Thanks, Chris. Appreciate that. Our chemical cost was only 5% last year. Yeah, Michael. How low is that? Really think about it. 5%. So, your chemistry helps you save time and do a better job, get more referrals, more repeats, more reviews. So, don't scrimp on the chemicals. Seriously, don't. Then we don't. Then, I could make products at half the price that I make them for, but I have to sacrifice the quality. I'm not going to do that. So keep that in mind, because it's all about, offering the better service and setting yourself apart from your competitors. And you can't do that with inferior products. And then there's some products out there that clean pretty good, even in our market. And we tested them. Some other online products, but they resoil very fast. They have a lot of soap inside of them. Or they might have optical brighteners inside of them. You'd be surprised what's inside of some of these products. So it makes the carpets look good at first, and they look terrible afterwards. So don't be fooled. Don't be duped. Is TMF still developing a spinner? TMF is always developing things. Always. Tommy Terry, let the chemistry work. Amen to that. If you're going to spray down some product, here's a big mistake guys make. They'll spray down some enzyme pre-spray like BioPro, right? And they'll just grab their CRB or they're 175, whatever, and they'll start agitating it right away. Don't do that. Don't. Allow it first to do a little bit of suspension, a little bit of digestion. Let it sit there about 10 minutes or so. Then run your scrubber on there. You're going to have a whole lot more effective results. A lot of people blame it on the chemistry. A lot of times it's their process. They don't understand that. Give it time to work first. Allow the chemistry to do its job. And then go ahead and disperse it a little better and throughout. Give it another 10 minutes while you're setting up. Boom. It'll look like brand new. Seriously. Walk away. Yeah, we're always trying to develop something brand new. Well, guys, I think I'm going to have to go ahead and cut this off of here. I said I was going to try to keep this at an hour. That way I can do it each week and have a hot topic. I hope everybody enjoyed this. We're a father and son team who bootstrapped TMF and our carpet cleaning company from nothing to what it is today, and we couldn't have done it without you guys. So truly appreciate all of your support. Really do. It really helps us, and we can continue to help you guys in return. Problem like telling dang one. So upset the fact you purchased one, he messed up on the one, he agreed to send me a new one. Well, look, Octavio, get up with me. I'll help you out with it. I'll help you out. Yep, I'll definitely help you out. Good night, everyone. Unchanged safe on wool, or is there a wool safe USR coming? Yes, there is a wool safe product coming. Let's just put it that way. If you cut it down to 3%, yes, it is safe. But you have to cut it down quite a bit to get it to that level. But there's something coming on the horizon very soon, Zachary. And we still even have a product called Pet Out for rugs that a lot of people don't know about. But we just really sell it locally, but I need to put it inside the store. I'll get to that for rugs. We use it for ours. How many levels of quality does the Orbot Vibe come in? Only comes in one level. That's it. High quality. Super high premium quality. Take care, Chris. Brent. Yeah, guys, I'm going to go ahead and cut this off, man. About one more minute, actually, because I did start like 9:03 or something, so I'll go one more minute. There's only one level. And buy it from us, brother. We'll hook you up with a class. We'll hook you up with some other things, and it helps us out with the company. We love the company. We visited there. It's unbelievable. Their quality of fit and finish is unmatched in the industry. They take no shortcuts. They use the absolute best of everything. It's an unbelievable machine. I have every type of VLM machine you can think of in our school and in our shop. And all my technicians, every single one of them, come in and use the Vibe. My son likes the Life machine. I love the Life too because you don't have to have a cord with it. So that's kind of cool. But everybody loves the Vibe. The fit, the finish, the durability, the strength, the maneuverability, the mobility, the ability to put it in and load it up in your truck and stuff like that by taking the weights off. It's just a classy machine. Straight quality. Need TMF wand at 16 inches. I'll think about that, Michael. I think that's overkill, brother. Getting my new wand tomorrow. Can't wait, Mike. Okay, cool, Mike. Hopefully you're buying it from us. If not, congratulations either way. I plan on, it seems like 4 different things with better bells and whistles. Yeah. I plan on, it seems like 4 different things, each with better bells and whistles. I mean, really, the only advantage to the machines, thank you, Angelo. Appreciate that, brother. Picking up my order tomorrow, Brent says. Can't wait to try them out. TMF products will be working in Canada next week. Awesome. Glad to hear that, Brent. Awesome. Glad to hear that. The Vibe only comes in one level. When you move up to the other machines, the only ability you have is you can fold the handles of like the spray board down, so you can get into a smaller spot when you're loading it up inside your truck and stuff like that. It also comes with a removable tank, so you can put 2.5 gallon tanks on it over and over again. That's kind of handy. So really, as far as cleaning wise, fit and finish, there's really no difference. They do exactly the same thing. So keep that in mind. Oh, cool, Mike. Glad to hear that, brother. What color did you go with, Mike? What's up, Ronald? How you doing, man? What color did you go with, Mike? Curious to know what color you went with. Was it one of the blues? Come on, I'll tell you what, the blues sold out like a lightning. Lightning. They went in a heartbeat, man. I was really surprised how fast the blues went. I think the pinks are selling out too. Don't quote me. Let's see. I plan on it, by the way. Thank you for the videos. These are great. Thanks, Zachary. I'll be here every single Thursday night because this is my new man cave that I built here. And all I got to do is press a button. Boom. I'm live. Got everything that I need here. My whole setup, my whole studio. And it's away from my wife and everything. So it's kind of cool. Black. Black's a great color, man. You're going to love it. The folding handle's annoying in the Orbot. I welded mine up. No way, Brent. Seriously? Wow. Okay. Good for you, man. Well, then, if you welded it up, it's kind of cool how it looks, too, the way those handles are. It's pretty nifty. I think a couple other manufacturers should learn from them. I meant like holding the tank up style pump. And, you know, I mean, it's high quality, Zach. Very high quality. If you ever get a chance to visit Haas Orbot, it will shock you. It will totally shock you. Compare it to other manufacturers, and we've done a lot of walkthroughs through some factories, brother. There ain't no comparison. These guys are light years. They're like the Tesla of carpet cleaning. It's amazing what they're doing. Amazing. It is mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. Okay, the latches kept coming undone while using. I've never had that happen, but I'm not surprised. It could probably definitely happen. No doubt about it. Okay, guys, I'm definitely shutting this down in 60 more seconds. So, Rob, I know they look great. No doubt about it, Zach. They do look great. A yellow wand. And okay, I never thought about yellow. That's a cool color. So, let me get this right. I'm going to write this in here so I don't forget. Yellow, and people say camo. They want camouflage. F-L-A-U. Let's see, make sure I spell camouflage correctly here. Yeah. Yellow and camouflage wand colors. Okay, I put that in there. Oh, Mike. That's terrible, Mike. I'm not even going to repeat that. That's so bad. Anthony Castro, try our UV light out, brother. You're going to love it, man. There's no UV light like ours for the money. Absolutely not. You can spend double the money, and it's not as good as ours. Because why? I went out, Michael said, you don't order camo. Okay, man, I'm going to do a camo. I'm going to do a camo then. When we went out to make a UV light, I ordered all the best lights on the market from different industries too, from pest control, from carpet cleaning, from every industry you can think of, from looking at money and stuff like that. And I took them all, went out and tested them and compared which ones were better or worse, and we made ours from that. And that way we know we exceeded every model in the industry. And in every industry, for the most part, people buy them in other industries right now. So that's kind of cool. There are videos with a new version, I think, in school. The standard, I think, one in the middle of things. Okay. And let's see. Camo for vets. I love that idea. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Or maybe, how about a bicentennial one? Some red, white, and blue or something, you know? The problem is, if you get too far off, you're just kind of creating a niche color, and that kind of throws people, so... Camo, my idea. I need a discount, Jamie. Yeah, Jamie did come up with the idea of camouflage. I would let you know. Camouflage is pretty cool. Standard on the site, I mean TMF shop. Let's see. I was there for the version. I think school, the standard. I think one in the middle with things for meats. You got me on that one right there, Zach. I see what you're saying. There's standard on the site. I mean TMF shop. Yeah. Kind of threw me on that one, brother. Getting late in the day. Been a long day. Long day, long day. Camo for the vets. That's a good one. That's a real good one. But it is true. Jamie, you did come up with the idea. If it works, it doesn't matter what color it is. That's true. But you know, Mike, you're going to love that chrome head. I made them with the black tube and the black head. It did not look good. But you put the chrome head on there. Woo, man, does that sucker pop. You're going to love it. Make TMF dating site, carpetcleanersmeet.com. That's horrible. That's just horrible, but funny as all, man, Michael. That's hilarious, man. One was forced with a pump. Okay. Yeah, that's hilarious, man. Can you imagine that? A TMF dating site. Wow. I can't wait till Trey sees that one. That's hilarious right there. Let's see. Okay, yeah, you're right. Let's see. It was called the Gravity. Zachary, they made what's called a gravity machine. But they stopped making the gravity because they realized the gravity fed's just not as good as the spray, and you know, so they went back to the sprayer type and put it on there. I'm glad they did. So they got rid of the gravities. I've got one still, one of the originals. I like it. Still a pretty cool machine. But the vibe, they hit the sweet spot, and it's just a perfect machine. And for the price, you can't go wrong, man. 1 or 2 commercial jobs, you're gonna pay for that sucker right there. And a variation in between with a happy medium, maybe more. I think it already has a lot to it. It really does. Yeah, man, I ain't going to forget that. I'm going to go tell my wife that one right there. TMF dating site. Man, carpet cleaners meet other carpet cleaners. That's kind of scary. Kind of scary. Wow. Oh, so everything is by a supply pump. Yes, Zach, it is by a supply pump. Yep. The Vibe has a supply pump on it, and it's a high quality one with the jets in front of it. I don't think the jets are adjustable like they are on the Orbot, but they're already set perfectly. So why be adjustable? Don't quote me on that. That's just what I remember a little bit. Because you got to have some differences if you're going to spend $4,000 or $5,000 versus a couple $1,000s, right? Got to have something. Very scary. Ain't that the truth, man? Can't wait for the UPS. Hey, look, Mike, do a live video on it, man. Just make sure that UPS didn't hurt it none. Okay? All right, before you know, if they did anything, let me know. We'll stand behind it 100%. We want you happy. Well, the guys work really hard, Brian and Jason, to really box these things up correctly and wrap them up in bubble wrap. And we just put 2 boxes together to make it even stronger because this guys will just beat things to death, man. UPS will. All right, look, guys, I said I was going to close this down. So I'm definitely closing it down right now. Everybody have a great night. Thank you for your support. I'll be back next Thursday, but I'll also probably be back on Saturday night for TMF After Dark. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a great night.